Hi everyone, welcome back to our channel. Hope everyone's well. So I mentioned previously that we were going to get the rear axle back in the 205. We were going to do it in the same afternoon as doing that bit of welding on the front of it. I've literally just managed to get it in. I didn't get any video footage because it needed to go up on the jack, so it wasn't easy to capture some footage. But what I'm going to do now is go through how to remove and how to reinstall the axle beam, just in case anyone else wants to have a crack at it at home themselves. So you can see the axle's in. It's actually relatively easy to get these in and out. What I would suggest is that you get the car as high as possible on some axle stands at the rear of the car. Make sure you got enough room behind you. I didn't really leave enough room, but you can see what kind of room we left, just to get an idea. So to get this beam out, basically you take the boot carpet up, and underneath you'll have 16mm nuts. So there's 2 at the front on this side and another under this plastic plug. So that goes over the top, like so, and you've got the same the other side, like so. Now what you want to make sure before you start is that you've got a jack underneath the centre of the axle beam, because when you start loosening these off, it's going to start dropping. So basically we had a jack just under the centre, under this part, under the tube, just to support it. And then we got it, we started lowering it. Before we did that, we've actually taken off, you can see the back box. We've taken the rubber off the centre exhaust piece, the heat shield, and there's a bracket that's got to go back on there anyway, like a tank strap bracket, which I'll go through in a minute. Putting all these other bits on. You've got to get off your rear brake pipes, so you can either take it off the flexies, but I found it a lot easier to take it off from the pipe between the flexi and the caliper itself. That made it a lot easier. You've got to get off your handbrake cables, and basically I stripped the rear brakes down at the same time because I knew that I was going to be rebuilding the beam anyway. You can leave the shockers on. You can actually, to be honest, get the beam out. If as long as you get your brake hoses out and you get the rear silencer out of the way, support the beam. As soon as you undo those 6 bolts on the inside of the boot, it will start lowering down. And then it's the same to get it back in, so it's the reverse of removal. So I've just basically got it on the jack, on the rubber pad in the middle, just so you don't damage the paint. And then I've gently jacked it up. Ideally you need 2 people, so I did this with my dad. And what we did is we managed to raise it gently with the jack, get it into place. We got the left-hand side on and tightened up inside the boot first, and then we got the right-hand side up. I mean, it was about this side was about 1 inch lower than the other side, so he was able to jack that up slightly, just gently, and then do up the nuts on the inside, and that's it. You've got your axle beam back in. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go through the process of, I've got to make a new brake pipe actually for this side, so I'll do that and then we'll fit it. But I'm just going to go around now and check all the nuts and bolts and start getting the rear brake pipe brackets back on. I'll get the tank strap back on as well, so I'll get the camera in a good position so you can see. So first of all, let's just get these nuts and bolts checked on the beam. So, as you can see, we're going to start on the offside rear. We've got all the parts here. So, got the rear disc guard, got the brake pipe brackets, got this nice new shiny brake pipe that I made up yesterday, and given the caliper a good clean up, and given the pads a clean up. They've still got some meat on them, so we'll put those back in. Just the old brake pipe. Struggle getting this side off when we took the beam out. So let's start getting it back together. Right, just went to clean the caliper bolts up. So they're nice and clean, ready in focus. So they're nice and clean. Just stick some Loctite on them and a bit of grease up the shaft. Pop the disc on and put the rest of it together. So let's do it. So we've got the disc on, and then obviously the caliper on. We've put a bit of Loctite and some grease at the shaft of those bolts. We have then got the pads in, and remember I've put a little bit of copperies at the top and the bottom, basically any point at which it makes contact. We put that little retaining, it's like a pin slider piece at the bottom with your little R clip and your metal clips at the top. So what we're going to do now is, if you can see under here, I haven't got the shock in yet, and I haven't got the bracket in for the brake pipe. So what we're going to do is we're just going to do that now. So I'll get the rear shock absorber, which is in the boot, and we'll put that in. As you can see, This offside is now back together. I have just got to tighten up the brake unions. I need to put the handbrake clips on, and then we'll bleed that brake out. I'll probably do that with the pressure bleeder actually. But it's looking, I mean, I didn't refurbish the caliper. I just cleaned them up, but I'm going to go and clean up the other one, which is just there, in a minute. But it's coming together now. It's looking good. Just got to go and get a screw for that disc as well. I'm going to go and try and get one. My dad's workshop's literally just around the corner from here, and he's got a load of Peugeot spares, so I'll pop up there and go and see where I can find one that's the right thread. If not, it's not going to stop me today, but it'll just mean that I'll hold that disc on. So let's get on to the other side. Right, so we're on to the other side. Let's get this together. Undo those. I'll get a threading tool and we'll chase those out. So let's get the shocker on. Because that's another job that needs to be done. Got the pads there and the caliper all cleaned up ready. Let's get that rear shocker on. Tight. Just going to go and get a chasing tool, so just to clean the thread out on that trailing arm, and then we'll continue. Right, I've got a tap, so let's just try and clean these threads out. If it's gone far enough. Yep, perfect. That one's tight. That one's tight. And that one's tight. Great. Okay. Need to clean that off. So, here we go. 205's on its own wheels again. So the beam's in. Just get down here. As you can see, nice under there. Pipe back in. I'm just going to go and get it round in a moment to where my dad's workshop is, and I'm going to give it a good clean off underneath. And then what I'm going to do is wax oil all of this, these bits here, just before I put the bumpers back on, and I'll do the same at the front. I might wax oil it underneath, I'm not sure yet. I might leave that up to the new owner, because I know different people like doing different things. So someone might want to take it back to total original, someone might want to wax oil it, someone might want to just under seal it. So I'll probably leave that up to the new owner, but I'll put something on there just to protect it. Got the bleed nipple covers to go back on. It's looking good. So if you've liked this content, please like, subscribe and share with your friends. That would be absolutely fantastic. And we look forward to bringing you the next video. Take care, everyone.